What up, Laker family? Lakers down at the half, 65 to 44. So again, 20 plus points to the Sacramento Kings, who, by the way, I don't think they have everybody either. But I know the Lakers are undermanned, and unfortunately, we're dealing with another injury. Man, Russell Westbrook out with a hamstring injury. It looks like, or something like that. So horrible half, horrible display by the Lakers on both ends of the floor. We gave up wide open shot after wide open shot. The Kings shooting 66% from beyond the arc, 10 for 15. I have no idea why every team transforms into the Golden State Warriors versus us, but I understand. Listen, everybody already given up on the team. Let's settle down. Let's break it down together, guys. Let's breathe. Exhale. Okay. Let me tell you guys something. This Laker team clearly troubled, right? Clearly. Of course, we can't evaluate the full team because we're not fully out there. But I do feel like the last couple of games we have regressed somewhat as a unit, right? As a unit. LeBron James tonight, 11 points in the first half, doing all he can. Damian Jones, 7 points, 2 rebounds, but I don't like the way he's been playing lately. He's getting bodied out there by obviously the better player and Sabonis. Listen, credit to the Kings. I will say this: they are undefeated so far in preseason, 3-0. Looks like they're about to be 4-0, and two of those wins versus us. They look young, energized. They're knocking down their shots, and we don't. But unfortunately, another injury hits now, and I'm wondering if this is, a product of Russ not wanting to actually, be a part of the bench, or is he really hurt? If he's really hurt, man, prayers up. Hopefully, he gets back because I was really looking forward to seeing him off the bench, and we didn't really get a look, so they're gonna have to test it out again. But Max Christie's not ready for the starting lineup. I want to break it down. He's really not ready for the starting lineup. Bro is blowing layups. He looks young and wet behind the ears. He looks extremely inexperienced out there. So that's tough. And then Kendrick Nunn is struggling again. Kendrick Nunn only 5 points, but he missed a ton of shots. I mean, everybody's missing shots. So Lakers shooting horrible from the field. Horrible. I'm talking 33% from beyond the arc, 4 for 12. And again, the field goal percentage 16 for 35. So we're not even shooting 50%, while the Kings are shooting damn near 60% from the field. So overall, man, the Lakers just all the way around. My man said, Dan, suit up. These bums are horrible. Listen, I don't believe that we will repeat last season, but I am concerned for a couple of things. All right. I'm concerned for Anthony Davis' health because, again, he missed three games already. And even though it's preseason, we need, as you can tell, we need to gel, right? Because these are the games. Look, the West isn't easy. If we're getting destroyed like this by the Kings, imagine what other teams will do to us, unfortunately, right? And if we're not together on the same, page, it's going to be really hard. Offensively, a lot of teams saying we look like shades of last season. Again, we're missing Lonnie Walker. We're missing Anthony Davis. We're missing a ton of players. So I'm not going to fully say we are last year's team. And three out of the five, or should I say, 3 out of the 6 preseason games, we looked pretty well. Ball movement was there. The defense was there. And tonight is just not. I will say this, though. I really like Thomas Bryant over Damian Jones. It looks like he impacts the game in a shorter stint a little bit more than Damian Jones. What do you guys think of that? Also, I think Austin Reeves starting looks better than he has 7 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and he plays extremely well for LeBron James. And he's knocking down a shot. So I like Austin Reeves starting. Those are the good takeaways I could take away from this game. He said, "How did Russ get injured?" Honestly, man, I didn't even notice when he did get hurt. But hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's nothing too serious because you don't want to wish injuries on anybody. Why are you so worried about the trade, Russ? So that bet what? I don't understand that question. He said Coach Ham is lost out there. I think here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. We've had almost a different starting lineup almost every single game. So it's really hard to find some efficiency. And I'm not making no excuses. We looked horrible, period, on the offensive end. We can't buy a shot since last game. So that's bad. The small ball, to Tony's point right here, the small ball stuff is garbage. All right, we need to go away from that. All right, because anytime we go with small ball, only one center out there and LeBron at the power forward, it's not working. We're getting exploited at all times. We look like small fish out there. We're getting bullied in the paint. So we can't have that. That's for sure. But I hope that coach is learning from all of this. The rotation's a little wonky as well. But the injuries are being a factor. They're definitely being a factor in the fact that we can't get any consistency from our lineups, man. Purple and Gold, appreciate you, bro. Thanks for super chat. He said it's just preseason, but I can't see anything we build on here. He said, my brother in Christ, he said, F them picks, time to do the deal. Oh man, I was waiting for that. I know a lot of people will say screw the picks. I'm still not ready to hit the panic button because it is preseason. However, you're right about one thing. We do look horrible the last couple of games, or should I say the last game in this half. Hopefully they turn it around the second half and at least make it interesting. Bring it to within 10, right? Be competitive. That's what we want to see. Even with the injuries, no AD, obviously no Lonnie Walker, who's been looking phenomenal. But the ones we do see, like Kendrick Nunn, he's had a bad pair of games the last couple games, and last I checked, he's healthy. So we need him to step up. Obviously, Austin Reeves, I do like what I'm seeing from him. LeBron James is LeBron. Can't expect him to overdo it because you don't want him to get hurt. That's for sure. And it is just preseason. Maybe that's factoring the fact that we're getting injured every other game. Maybe that's factoring into their minds. But again, no excuses this year, man. This year we had to come out, strong since preseason, and we're about to fall to 1-5. So that's not a good sign. Again, that may force the Lakers' hand to make a trade sooner rather than later, but to be determined. Brian B, appreciate you, brother. He said, we give the other team too much space and we don't close out fast enough. Agreed. He said, we're playing lazy, uninspired defense and nobody can shoot. Recipe for disaster. Absolutely, brother. I did notice that as well. I noticed some again, I'm not sure if it's because it's the final game, but that's the wrong mentality to have. These guys need to be much better. Much better. Even LeBron, at times he's not closing out on time and all of that, but I get it. LeBron is LeBron year 20. Preseason, he's probably not going to go 110%, nor do I want him to be honest. But everybody else out here, man, we getting shitted on from beyond the arc, and those guys need to step up. We need contest shots. We need to rotate a little bit better. All of that. He said, yeah, I think being scared of injuries and bad defense. But again, no excuses. I'm just throwing out possibilities of why we look so sluggish and so disjointed on both ends of the court. But, it doesn't mean that it's an excuse. A lot of people already have given up on this team. But I'm telling you, I've seen 3 really good games from the Lakers where I'm encouraged. And then now I'm seeing 2.5 not so good games, right? Let's see if they turn it around in this next half. But he said, Dan, is AD out due to injury? He's got a tight back or something like that, sore back. I don't know what the dude does on his off days, but bro seems to always be injured, man. We need him to be healthy. Seriously. Our season depends on that. Him and LeBron James are the main, pillars that the team has to rely on. Kyrie says thanks, bro, for a super chat. He said, there is literally no shooting. I repeat, no shooting on this team. Yes, that's been a gaping hole for this team. But my issue with the team is if there is no shooting, why don't you play to your strengths? We should run some more pick and roll action. We need to get out and transition a little bit more, but obviously the defense factors into that. And then stop settling for threes. We're 3 for 12. We need to take that ball to the rim or shoot some more mid-range shots. I know the mid-range shot is a lost art form, but why does everything have to be a 3, especially in transition? Let's attack the rim. Let's get to the free throw line and make the free throws when we get there. It's the little things. But I agree, Kyrie. Shooting does seem to be a serious concern yet again this season. And but it is discouraging because just the other night, like I said, we have Matt Ryan, and now he can't. Now he's looking like Shaquille O'Neal from Beyond the Arc. Like he can't hit anything. And then I hated that Cole Swider missed a wide open layup off of a good pass. Like those are the little things that end up adding up, and all of a sudden your confidence becomes more and more shook, and it's really hard to even make wide open shots. So it's a team sport, and I'll say bad shooting is infectious. All it takes is a couple of players to start knocking down shots for it to be infectious as well on that end. So hopefully they can pick it up. But yeah, that is a serious concern. And again, the Lakers, they bring this recipe right here for disaster to the regular season to start off versus the Warriors and the Clippers. There might be a trade sooner rather than later. I'll say that. They need it because they cannot repeat this. I'm sure LeBron's not going to allow it. He didn't sign the contract extension with us to watch this team, basically mail in the season. It's not going to happen. So we need to see what the Lakers need. Obviously, shooting, rebounding. But again, the good things that I'll take away from that first half is that I like Thomas Bryant. He made an impact. They made like a 7-0 run when he came into the game. He had 5 points off the bench. The effort is there, and he's contesting shots. And his big body is harder for them to make layups in the paint for the opposition. So that's good. Austin Reeves, again, being a playmaker and a shot maker as well. He's always fearless. I like that. LeBron James is LeBron James. The positives are that the Lakers, well, there's not a lot of positives, I'll be honest with you, but there's a couple of things we could take away, like TB, maybe for the starting lineup. Austin Reeves, I think he should be. Him and LeBron just play well off of each other. They move well without the basketball, and they find each other, and they find their teammates. That's two playmakers. Take some responsibility off of King James there. And then, but again, we can't find any sort of fluidity because we haven't had a consistent starting and bench unit. And now with Russ potentially missing a game or two, we don't even know what that bench unit is going to look like. So, I mean, the last couple of games have been a nightmare. I'm not even going to lie to you guys, man. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't yelling at the TV a couple of times. But I'm trying to keep my cool since it is preseason. That's the only thing. But I'll say this. If this leaks over to regular season, hit that panic button, make the trade. Screw the picks, like my man said. It's going to have to happen because we can't waste another year at all. Alex says, and thanks for super chat, bro. He said, imagine if Russ is faking that injury because he's mad. I'm not going to lie. And I feel bad for even thinking about it, but I didn't tweet it out or nothing, but it slipped my mind. Like, hopefully he's not, just upset he came off the bench and he wants no part of it. Hopefully not, right? That would be a new low for a player. But we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just wish him a speedy recovery. That's what classy Laker fans do. So that's what we got to do. This is 100% on the coach. Well, I'll say the last couple of games have been questionable with the rotations. I'll say that. But again, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because it is just preseason and he's a brand new coach. So he has to learn. Trial and error as well. And that's going to be painful to watch at times. But hopefully he learns from these mistakes. Against going small is not a good thing. All right, at least for me, at least for the majority of the time, right? He's a Beverly Hill, Bron and Turner championship. See, people are sold on a trade already. People sold on a trade already, man. So I can't stop the train anymore, man. If it happens, it happens. Dan, we can't wait. We need to trade now. Our first 10 games is tough. I agree. She says we need to get this team chemistry started now. You know what? I'm on the fence still because I don't want to give up too much. But like I said, first 1 or 2 games, if this is the product that's going to roll out there, they're going to do it. I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you, Snags. He haven't been injured. I'm not buying this injury. It's a hell of a coincidence. No comment, Camille. I'm not going to comment on the injury anymore because, But anyways, the game's about to start. Last comment. My boy Alex says, Bev, Lonnie, Bron, Toscano, AD can still compete, Dan. I agree. I haven't given up on this team. Let's see how they come out the second half. I'll see you guys in the second half, man. Hopefully there's a more positive post-game recap. All right? But, I'm never afraid to speak the truth. So I'll see you guys then. Go Dodgers as well, man. Pick up the slack, Dodgers. Get it.